The wealthy don't become wealthy because they make more money. They stay wealthy because they lose less of it. While most people focus on earning their next dollar, the rich are focused on one question: how do I make sure nobody can take what I've already built? Today, I'll show you how the rich protect their assets and how you can do it too. If you're new to my channel, my name is Jerz. I've spent more than 20 years in the offshore and international relocation space, helping people find greater freedom and build lives on their own terms. Today, I own multiple law firms across different jurisdictions around the world. But just like you, I once had a dream: to live life on my own terms and enjoy the freedom to decide where I live, how I work, and what I do with what I earn. Let's talk about wealth. Depending on who you ask, the rich are often portrayed as the villains of the global economy. They're blamed for inequality, rising prices, and almost every economic problem. But very few people stop to ask different questions. Why do ordinary people spend months waiting for a passport or an apostilled birth certificate? Why do so many taxpayers feel they're paying more every year while questioning the quality of the services they receive? Why is financial education about international structuring almost never taught? For over 20 years, I've worked in international tax planning, offshore structures, and global relocation. I've helped entrepreneurs, investors, and business owners legally structure their lives across multiple jurisdictions. Like many people watching this video, I didn't start with wealth. I started with a dream of living life on my own terms, of deciding where I wanted to live, where I wanted to build my business, and how I wanted to protect what I worked so hard to earn. Back in circa 1993, I realized something. Before you can create freedom, you first need to create income. So I focused on building businesses. As my businesses grew, I started asking questions that most people never ask. I traveled the world, obtained a second citizenship, and met entrepreneurs, investors, and families whose lives looked completely different from what I'd been taught growing up. Many of them weren't hiding their wealth. They had simply structured it differently. Their companies, holding structures, trusts, and investments were spread across different jurisdictions. Some spent significant time in countries with favorable tax systems. Others built international structures that legally separated ownership, operations, and personal assets. What surprised me wasn't that they paid less tax. It was how seriously they took protecting everything they had built. Over the years, I learned that successful international entrepreneurs don't rely on a single country, a single company, or a single strategy. They build options, they diversify jurisdictions, they think decades ahead instead of just next year's tax return. That became my world. For more than 2 decades, I've helped clients build legal international structures designed to protect assets, improve mobility, and create flexibility for the future. But here's the lesson that matters most. The rules never stay the same. Governments change, tax laws change, residency rules change, banking changes. The entrepreneurs who continue protecting their wealth aren't the ones who find one perfect country forever. They're the ones who stay adaptable. International planning isn't about finding one magic jurisdiction. It's about building a structure that can evolve as the world changes. If you're building an online business, running an e-commerce company, investing internationally, or creating significant wealth, protecting what you've built eventually becomes just as important as building it in the first place. Because making money is only half the game. Keeping it, protecting it, and positioning it for the future is the other half. And if you're ready to understand how that works, you're in the right place. See you in the next video.